of Syria you had earlier, did you come to any agreements today?
Well, I had an agreement with him. He's a very strong leader. He comes from a very tough place, and he's a tough guy. I liked him. I get along with him. The new president of Syria. And we'll do everything we can to make Syria successful, because that's part of the Middle East. We have peace now in the Middle East, first time that anyone can remember that ever happening.
Unbelievable. Syrian President Jolani landed in the U.S. for a meeting with President Trump in the White House. And before that, he's seen shooting hoops with top American generals, including CENTCOM and coalition commanders who once fought in the Middle East to defeat ISIS and Jolani and his men themselves. You cannot make this up. Yes, this is the same man whose forces and himself have been slaughtering Christians, Druze, Kurds, and Alawites in southern Syria for months. And now that same network of jihadi Muslims is being welcomed by President Trump in the White House as a partner for peace. This is not diplomacy. This is madness. This is ignoring reality. This is ignoring the evil in this jihadi Muslim world. When the U.S. plays basketball with jihadi Muslim murderers, that's not strategy. That's moral blindness. A betrayal of every U.S. soldier who fought against ISIS and every innocent family that suffered under their terror in the Middle East. President Trump is making a massive mistake cozying up to a jihadi Muslim terrorist who only recently had a $10 million bounty on his head by the U.S. government. What happened to that? Why are they dismissing that? You cannot rehabilitate mass murderers by giving them photo ops in the Oval Office. You can't bring peace by whitewashing jihadi Muslim evil. And make no mistake, the jihadi Muslims know exactly what's happening. They are celebrating. They are emboldened. They see that all that they do was to rebrand themselves, change a logo, put on a suit, and suddenly they're legitimate partners of the United States who's willing to dismiss and ignore their evil that they continue doing. This is a nightmare dressed up as stability and diplomacy. The truth that no one wants to admit is that the Christians, the Druze, the Kurds, and the Alawites in southern Syria are staring into the abyss again. These are small, brave communities that have survived hell for many, many years from the Sunnis and the Shia jihadis. And now Washington is abandoning them again to the same killers who've hunted them down before. There is only one force in the Middle East that has both the will and the strength to defend these minority populations. It's not the United States. It's not the United Nations. It's Israel. The Jewish state of Israel is the only country that actually protects life in the Middle East. Jewish life, Christian life, Druze life, Kurdish life, whatever. Israel is the only wall standing between these minorities' lives and the jihadi Muslim monsters that Trump's administration is now pretending are reformed leaders. If President Trump actually wants to protect America's allies and those persecuted minorities who still cling to hope, then he needs to stop chasing fake peace deals with jihadi Muslims and start supporting policies based on the reality that jihadi Islam is never pacified. It just knows how to make temporary deals until they are strong enough to break them, to then break all of us. That means one thing: Israel must remain in southern Syria permanently. Israel's presence there is not occupation, it's protection. Remove Israel, and the vacuum will be filled instantly by continuous Sunni or Shia jihadi Muslim terrorists killing each other and all the minorities, and the same jihadi gangs now getting a White House handshake with President Trump. The lesson of the Middle East is simple. When the Jewish state of Israel leaves the territory, evil Islam takes over. When Israel stays, life of all minorities is preserved. The bottom line is President Trump can talk all he wants about stability and partnership and economic deals in the Middle East, but the truth is staring us in the face. He is right now legitimizing war criminals, legitimizing the jihad of Islam. He's emboldening jihadi Muslims. He's endangering the only free and stable force in the region, Israel, that could be an ally to help protect the region. Whitewashing terrorists by making deals with them will not bring peace or allow for Trump's big economic plans in the Middle East. They're going to fall apart. Playing basketball with killers Islamic Muslim killers won't make them allies. The only step that serves America's true interests and protects the minorities in southern Syria, the Christians, the Druze, the Kurds, and the Alawites, is for the Jewish state of Israel to remain there forever and then protect them from the jihadis. Anything else is a moral surrender, and history will judge it harshly. I know Trump is working with Netanyahu on this big Middle East economic corridor in order to battle China. But the more he throws Israel under the bus, the more he endangers Israel and the minorities here, the more he emboldens the jihadi Muslims, whether in Syria or in Gaza. Whatever big plan he's working on is going to blow up in his face. His plan will only work when he takes the understanding and reality of jihadi Islam into consideration and allows Israel to be America's subcontractor to end that evil in our area and push all the evil jihadi Muslims away. And that means, yes, Israel taking all those areas and staying there forever. And that's the protection that America needs to have a stable economic corridor in the Middle East to connect America and shipping lanes all the way to India. Placating and appeasing the jihadi Muslims is killing his own plan. Regardless of what Trump wants to do and how he's making these mistakes, we're going to survive. We're going to have to go back and remain in all these places, make them Jewish again, protect the minorities, and remember, God is watching us. Strengthen your belief in God. And for us, the Jewish people, we're alive. We still have challenges ahead, but Am Yisrael Chai. If you are not yet a subscriber to our daily, belief-based, inspiring, politically incorrect, truthful videos about Israel, the Jewish people, and the freedom-loving world, what are you waiting for? Go to pulsevisual.com and click to subscribe today. And yes, we are a donor-based operation. We need your donations for support in order to make these videos and get our videos seen and do all the work we do. So every once in a while, whether a large donation or a small donation, just go to pulsevisual.com and click on the donate button. Shalom, everyone, and thanks for watching.
Pulse of Israel, frontline videos from the Holy Land. Support our work by donating today.